Let's do it. Well, it's gonna make you guys wait a little bit longer, but what's the point? You know what I'm saying? I might as well do this spoiler film review of this. I'd like to welcome you guys to another one take review. This is my spoiler review of Star Wars: The Last Jedi. And the audience scores for this thing really ain't that good, and it's surprising because I think a lot of people after first reactions you get like I told you guys after my first reaction I had like a 4 mile walk back to the crib, so I got time to gather my thoughts and really think about it. But like a lot of the audience scores for isn't just that well. I think Justice League has a better audience scores than this, but it's just not for me. That's not that bad because I like Justice League, knowing that the problems that it had, but this. I think a lot of people, a lot of the fans really didn't like the direction, the bold direction that Disney took and Ryan Johnson took with their Star Wars trilogy. And for me, being the casual Star Wars fan, I think I'm cool with it because I'm a guy who appreciates the originals, the trilogy. I mean the originals, the prequels, and someone who appreciates the newer stuff like Rogue One and Force Awakens. Like I said, Force Awakens is my favorite Star Wars film. So my view to some people are really is like on the shit, and they probably like clicked off. But other people probably like, let's see what he got to say. But I'm probably gonna get into like some of the stuff that I think I didn't like about this film, and go into like spoilers and details about it. And then I'm getting to the stuff that I really did enjoy. One thing that I think was kind of like a low, kind of like the bottom, you know what I'm saying, for me was the whole Rose and Finn relationship. I just didn't feel like it was there. I felt like the characters, John Boyega and I can't think of her name right now. I think they're great actors. And you believe there's something, but I just kind of feel like some of the things were like forced. Because if you look at it, if you really look at it in as far as like perspective, put perspective on it, and just think, she met Finn and fanned out. She like fangirled out. She's like, oh my God, this is Finn. He's part of the Resistance. He did this amazing thing, and she's fanning out. And so they have to go on this mission together, and I feel like, okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, I see what you're building with this. But the whole thing is kind of like they're completely out of this movie, and for me, that's kind of like that sucks to me because Finn is probably one of my favorite characters. He's in my top 3, as far as characters, and I was hoping for more. I don't expect the Poe to get like what Poe got for Finn because Finn is a different character. But I just don't feel, because like, let's say at the end when they kissed, when she kissed him, it was nothing. I just felt like that was thrown in, and when she said something like, we do this to protect the people we love, and it's like, yo, I literally known you for a day. You're moving too fast, and all the stuff with them was cool, but to me it pales in comparison to the one moment we get with Finn and Rey hugging. That, for me, overshadowed every other thing that Finn and Rose has been going through this entire movie. That one moment between him and Rey, because to me, I feel like that chemistry and that bond is a lot thicker, even though they really haven't known each other that long. But I feel like that bond between those two is a lot thicker. Nothing had to be said. It just was a simple embrace. I don't even think they had any dialogue between one and the other. It was just that, and that was it. Matter of fact, they didn't have any dialogue between those two. But still, it's like that simple embrace was more powerful than every other thing. And I see they try to introduce like a Poe and Rey type thing at the end, which is kind of cool, but I kind of feel like, yo, you just putting it there because you have Finn and what's the name over here doing that thing. I just don't, I didn't feel it. Also, well, I'm gonna stay with the negatives because I'm about to go into a positive one with something I really, really enjoyed. But keeping with the negatives, not good. But like I said, it's a couple things. Carrie Fisher, how Princess Leia or General Leia, however you guys want to refer to it, it's on you guys. But I just say Princess Leia. I heard the way she used the Force, I was just like, nah, brother. I kind of wish they would have just ended it right there for her. And in the same way, I kind of wanted Kylo Ren to be the one to do it. Uh, and some kind of way he stops his fighter just right there and sees her body, and as she dies, I would have rather that the way she used the Force to come back, and I had to realize that she was in like a force field. I think around the ship. I think not quite positive on that, but that whole or the way it to me it seemed kind of corny. It's kind of like, oh, we can do this, but like, nah, we just gonna. I've heard like other ways you could have shown her using the Force in other ways that would have been better fit for the movie. I just think that one was like, nah, that doesn't fit. Another thing I wasn't a big fan of was I think Finn and Finn and Rose like freeing the animals. I didn't have a problem with it, that little story arc, but I just felt like I see why it was necessary and why certain things had to be done, but I kind of feel like they got too deep into it, and it wasn't. You just needed a little bit, but they gave you a little bit more than what you really needed. But other than that, it was cool. Because you needed Finn to do something. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I didn't quite like, if I'm just being real, was Snoke dying. Here's my reason why I do not like the fact that Snoke died. I wasn't one of the people who gave a shit about the damn theories. I didn't give a fuck who Snoke was. I didn't care about his background. I didn't care about none of this shit. Ray's parents, I'm happy they said it was nobody. That was perfect for me because I didn't want it to be her to be a Skywalker or Kenobi. I didn't give a fuck about her. I just wanted Ray to be Ray. You know what I'm saying? Let her parents just, because it's not, why does she have to be from some big ass background? So I love the fact, okay, I'm still getting this shit out. Yeah, I'm bleeding over here to the stuff I love. So I'm going to get to that in a second. But them using that and just saying, yo, your parents were nobody, and they just trade you out for so. I enjoyed that much, so I can go back and watch Force Awakens and just watch, and I can appreciate Force Awakens so much more, knowing where it goes after this, where it goes, you know what I'm saying, after Force Awakens. But the fact that I have a problem with Snoke dying is because I don't feel like Kylo Ren is like the guy. Adam Driver, like, and I said this in my non-spoiler review, that Adam Driver gives a phenomenal performance as Kylo Ren because he hits some emotional beats and he hits them perfectly, and you believe and you're with him. But I don't feel like he gives you that menacing presence that I want in my bad guy. I want my bad guy to, when I see them motherfucker, he invokes fear in people. He has a presence about him, and to me, Kylo Ren feels like a kid who doesn't get what he wants, who doesn't think. And I hope that they take like at least a 2 to 3 year span between episode 8 and episode 9, and really once we see him again, he'll be a lot colder, a lot smarter, a lot better, a lot more developed as a ruler, as a supreme leader. That's what I'm hoping to see, because Snoke was so strong with the Force. I wanted to see Andy Serkis as Snoke getting up to slanging lightsabers, but it was pointless because there was no one strong enough to defeat him, and he lost. He died on some he died on the technicality. Now I understand that's like the ways of the Sith, in which they kill their leader or their master, however you want to say it. But this kind of was like I enjoyed his character so much. The stuff he did to Donald Gleason, the stuff he was pulling with, the way he was talking to Kylo, the way he was talking to Rey, and when she tried to grab the saber, he just made it twirl around. Like, I was enjoying him, and I feel like they kind of just like, no, we're not gonna use him. Only way they can make up for it is they make Kylo a complete fucking savage in Episode 9, which I'm cool with that. It can start off with Kylo fucking going to town, killing a whole bunch of motherfuckers, and him having a nicer win with him, because I feel like they will be introduced. But at the same time, kind of wondering, like, he has them, who will Rey have? Now, as far as negatives, I think that might be all the negatives I have. Um, yeah, then honestly, I think those are probably all the negatives I have. If I'm being honest, those three things, or the things that 3, 4, or however many things there was that stuck out the most to me, and it pretty much bothered me. But I'm getting to the things I really love, and one of the things I love a lot is the way they actually use Poe's character, and they giving him like more of the Han Solo type role, and more of like a, cause you already like Poe's character. You love him, you love BB-8, and I really enjoy what they did with BB-8 this entire movie. I feel like he was utilized, and I feel like he wasn't using it, and I feel like he wasn't annoying, because there's a lot of times where I'm like, R2D2 was very, very annoying to me. Him and C3PO. I don't get that from BB-8. I feel like he's there when you need him now. But the only problem with that, I feel like BB-8 had a bigger role in this thing than Finn. Like, I feel like that's probably my biggest gripe about it, is that I didn't get a definitive thing from Finn. And I feel like if you base a poster, BB-8's picture probably should have been bigger than Finn's on the poster. But yeah, I like what they did with Poe's character, and how he disobeyed Leia, and that opening scene with that battle, and you see like, yo, stakes is up, motherfuckers is dying right now, like motherfuckers getting their ass handed to them, shit not bright, we need Luke, shit's like that going, and you enjoying that, and you see like, yo, Poe going in, you think it's like automatically, oh shit's just gonna go well. No, hell, more than half of them motherfuckers died. I think like 75% of them motherfuckers died. You know what I'm saying? Or at least more than 60%. I would say 60% of those people died trying to go do one simple thing. And Donald Gleason's character is cool. I really enjoyed when he was about to shoot Kylo, and Kylo was down on the ground. But that kind of leads me to believe, will he turn on Kylo, or will what happens? It gets you to like speculating. You kind of wonder, like, because I feel like there's some tension within the First Order, because Kylo's this loose cannon who runs off emotion and really doesn't know what he's doing. Now he's the supreme leader. You're following behind somebody you really don't trust, and when you're bad guys, you don't really do that too often. You pretty much turn on them. So do they turn on him? But I don't see Kylo being able to. There's no. You're on the dark side. Even if you get kicked off them, you just go to another level of the dark side. It's not no bringing it back. I need him, the definitive match between him and Rey towards the end. But that's Episode 9 we talking about. Like I said, I really enjoyed Daisy Ridley as Rey. Every time, I don't feel like we was with her enough though. And I don't feel like they did as much as I would have wanted them to do with her. The stuff when she was connecting with Kylo, and it kind of makes you think like, oh, that's the reason they connected so much. That's her brother. It seemed so obvious, like, okay, that's where they going with it. But then they didn't, and it was good, and also good because the fact that she believed that they were doing it, when it's really the fact that Snoke was the person behind it the whole time, which is like I said, like, damn, it's kind of a bummer, you know what I'm saying? You take my man's out, like, I just want to, you know what I'm saying, do his little thing. Uh, but yeah, I really thought that was good though, the way they had them connecting. Um, the stuff with Finn and Phasma, I enjoyed. I kind of wish it would have went on a little longer. And I kind of, there was one comedy beat where he was coming back up and he said some little cheesy line. I was like, the more after when I first saw, I'm like, I didn't really like that. But when I think about his character, I'm like, yeah, it really fits for him. And then they kind of show her face, or just show her eye. I don't know what was the point of that, or was Finn supposed to feel it, some kind of emotion for that? I don't quite get the meaning. I didn't quite get the meaning of that at all. And BB-8 saving them with the whatever that thing called. I don't know these damn drawers. I just know BB-8 saved them with some little. I think it was AT-AT or AT-AT. I don't know exactly. I don't even think that's what it was. It was like a walker. I don't know. He saved them, but it was cool the way he saved them because like they pretty much fucked. Uh, One of my favorite scenes was when I can't think of the girl's name. I can't think of the one. I can't think of the actress's name. I can't think of the character's name. The lady with the purple hair, y'all know I'm talking about, who stayed on the ship. When she went into light speed and crashed into the Star Destroyer and Snoke's ship, and everything completely went silent. You like, I don't know about how anybody else's movie experience was, but like when that happened, it was fucking silent as hell, and it was great because I think that's how it should have been. Then you hear it's all great because that's a great way to do it because they were picking a fucking resistance off. Like motherfuckers died in here. You know what I'm saying? Then they get down to the planet, they still, you know what I'm saying? Here's one of my favorite moments where I feel like the tension was as real as it was gonna get when Finn was about to sacrifice and go straight into the barricade. And was it the barricade? I think it's called a barricade. I don't know. I don't think it's called a barricade, but the rammer or whatever. And he was about to go straight into it, and he's flying. I'm like, are they finna kill my? I would listen. I probably would got up and walked out, and I would have been mad. I probably would have came back and finished the movie, of course, but I would have probably got emotional, like they killed my dog. But like, it's so, you know what I'm saying? That moment for me was so strong. I didn't want them to kill him. Cool. If they would have killed him, I would have been like, all right, cool. I wouldn't have been as excited for episode 9. I'll be honest with you, because like that's my dog. But what's the name? What's the name coming in to save him? Rose coming in to save him. I thought that was really good, and it was good for the story because it's like, yo, yeah, that's not what you have to. That's not what you do. That's not how you win this thing. You know what I'm saying? Even though it would have been a great sacrifice and it kind of would have helped them a lot. But ultimately, I still think they would end up getting it out. But that was dope. It's a lot of stuff. When R2-D2 played back the tape from Leia from A New Hope, loved it. When she played the Luke, loved it. Speaking of Luke, Mark Hamill's portrayal as Luke was probably this and then Return of the Jedi, my two favorite Lukes, easily. Did a phenomenal job. I love how I did the grumpy character, and I love how. Another thing I love how we got the two stories from Luke and Kylo as to how how things went down. Me not being the huge Star Wars fan, more or less the casual fan, and understanding how things go, not because I think people had a problem with some of the way they did Luke. For me, just as a person and just for as a story, I enjoyed it. I don't have like a definitive way I see someone because I feel like people have to change just because that's how people are. People have to change for certain situations. I don't feel like nobody stays the same. I think Chris Stuckman probably gave the greatest example as far as not uh, not I don't think it's just in regards to Luke, but just in regards to like Star Wars and like how things are done. And he talks about like one thing he said was like, what if Goku, and this is regarding like the Force and how people was complaining how something like if you don't know Star Wars lore, you wouldn't complain, and nothing would even matter to you about how they use the Force in here. But here's what he said, and it didn't hit me because I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. He said, "What if Goku can only go Super Saiyan, and he could go Super Saiyan 2, 3, 4, none of that?" It kind of takes away some stuff. So the fact that you're able to go on and do more things, because it's simple. Like people learn how to do other things with the stuff they have, and you can say it's different all you want, but it's truly the same. Like it can be as simple as anything. Like it can be me playing basketball. I'm right-handed. I shoot my right. I can actually shoot with my left as well. Hey, nobody states that you develop more things. So that's how I also think the Force works as well. So I'm not an expert. So maybe I could be wrong. Maybe I don't know shit. Maybe I could tell me shut the fuck up. I don't know, but it's just my opinion. Uh, it's a lot when you really unraveling. Like the porgs, oh my god, the scene with Chua eating the porg in front of the other porgs, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. I fucking died laughing at that. I, I think Last Jedi did a lot of things to where they can open up a lot of new realms. The little kid at the end using the Force to grab the stick. You don't know, and he had like the resistance ring on. That just opens it up for like things that can happen in the future. They laying groundwork because he got that when he met Rose and Finn, and that's what the whole battle at the casino playing at. I'm calling it the casino practice. I really don't know. I don't remember these fucking names, people. That's what that was introduced at. And you have these people like they can't do what they want to do because they're just so low to the ground and nobody gonna pay attention to them. But okay, before I forget, here's something that I thought that they were gonna go with that I was hoping and wishing they went with was there's three big subjects I got, and then as a matter of fact I'm gonna say one. I'm gonna say one for last. Let me get into the Yoda's Force Ghost. Really enjoyed seeing it, and it was the puppet. I wouldn't lie, like I'm just the biggest fan of the puppet. The first time I saw the puppet, I fucking hated it. I'm like, man, this shit trash. That's just me. I like the CGI Yoda. Because it was cool, jumping around doing flips, kicking ass. I was like that. So, you know what I'm saying? But I thought it was real dope that they used the puppet. That's what I really enjoyed. And the way his conversation with Luke was like great, and it was great stuff, and it was that same Yoda that we saw last time. You know what I'm saying? So I really enjoyed that. Now something that I wish they had did, and I thought they was going to do, was with Finn's character when he was talking to Benicio del Toro's character DJ, when he was talking like, yo, it was like, who's the bad guy? And like, and they're on the ship like, let's see if this ship belongs to a good guy or a bad guy. And he started showing them, and then like he was selling like ships for the First Order, but then you start seeing ships that the Resistance using, and they're like, yeah, bro, it's no good and bad. It's just you know. So and one thing he said was like, yo, just stay out of it completely. That's the best thing to do, is get out of it completely. And I was thinking to myself, Finn is gonna completely desert everybody and he's not gonna want to be a part of the Resistance or the First Order. He ain't gonna want to be a part of none of it. He's gonna go off on his own, and that's where they're gonna leave him at. And of course, he come back in episode 9 because it's like, yo, why would you leave? But I'm like that because he's torn because like, yo, because he would probably be thinking, yo, I was doing the right thing, but at the same time, just in another position doing the exact same thing I would have been doing for them. And I was thinking, like, go that way. And then they completely scrapped it. I was like, oh, well, guess I'm not getting that part from Finn. That was probably the most disappointing thing because I thought that had an opportunity to be something great. I just really feel like they demoted his character, and that bothered me because that was, I'm just saying, Finn was my hero, even though he just didn't do a lot. And it's not like he's some lightsaber wielding, force using. He just was a normal dude who got tired of serving people he thought was doing wrong and just wanted to go do something. He really didn't want to fight with the resistance. He just wanted to go off. Then he met a friend in which he cared about a whole bunch. It was like, and he found motivation in that. So I was thought. So that's my hero. This whole thing, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like his character got demoted, which was very unfortunate. But the one thing I think bothered me a lot was how Luke died. And I'm looking like, why did he die? Why is he dead? Like, because listen, the way he lured Kylo out was excellent. And I didn't know this because they keep showing you whenever you walk on the sand, like it slides and you see the red. Kylo slid his feet, you saw the red skid marks. Luke did it, nothing showed. I did not notice. I got a free pass to go see it. I can go see the movie again for free, so I'm probably gonna go see it. I don't know what day. I'm gonna go see the movie again because I don't think anything else came out this weekend, or at least not in theaters where I'm at. So I'm gonna go see it again. But that whole thing was like, okay, and it was done excellent. It was done excellent. But I just feel like, why did he die? I understand his death and the way he went out looking at the two moons, like the iconic from A New Hope. That was great. But I just feel like, okay, you just did this. Nothing's wrong with you. You should be alive. Because I think they just wanted to make it seem like, okay, he went out on his own terms. He wasn't killed. He wasn't slain. He just, you know what I'm saying? He feel like it was a sacrifice without actually being killed by someone. And I feel like that was strange, but I liked it. It was strange, but I liked it. Now, something I almost ended this thing without talking about, probably the best thing in here was Kylo and Rey going against those dudes in the red. I don't fucking know their names either. So what? Shoot me. That shit was epic. That shit was fucking epic, dog. And people question like, yo, how is Rey able to, you know what I'm saying, do like that? She ain't been training that long. I think she was still training people. Let's come on, let's not kid ourselves. She was training with that stick, and then she picked up the lightsaber. She was pretty much a fucking natural because Luke was looking. But she was going to fucking work, dog. She sliced that dude, then threw the damn lightsaber to Kylo, and he just poked through that dude's face. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, I loved it. Like I said, I enjoyed Last Jedi. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great. I wanted it to be great. It wasn't. I liked it. Like I said, those couple of issues I had at the beginning was the only thing I had, and I kind of feel like my boy Finn character was demoted. But other than that, I thought it was good. I don't see the complaint, maybe because I'm not as big a Star Wars fan as some of you guys, which doesn't really matter to me because I feel like my opinion matters just as much. Just because I don't read the fucking comics and all the novels and know all that shit. People try to pretend like fans who don't do that, opinion doesn't matter as much. I mean, you can kiss my ass because my opinion matters just as much, y'all motherfuckers. But anyway, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching this Star Wars spoiler free review. You guys let me know what you thought about it down in the comments, and I'll catch up with you guys on another day, at another time, with another subject, and another movie.